Was good. Was good. Was good. Was good. Can you hear me? Whoever is on here. Right. Let's get this going. You can hear me? All right, good. Give me a second. I'm gonna let the folks. I'm gonna let the folks know I am live. Then I'm gonna go live on Instagram. So 1 second. How you doing? Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? I'm doing X. It's black. What do you mean? But can you see it? Can you see the screen? I'm not sharing anything, but you know what I'm saying. All right. All right. We almost there. Almost there. Almost there. We still doing Satoshi Saturday on Saturday. You know how that goes. We still doing Satoshi Saturday on Saturday. All right. Let me go live on here. Let me go live on here. 1 second. I'm gonna have to cut all of this out. All right. So retire in 5 years. Mentioned you. Okay. Mentioned. Okay. Mentioned you. Retire in 5 years. Okay. Listen. If you want to witness the real show, right? Go to my YouTube. So, Instagram folks, if you want to see the real show, go on my YouTube. Can you hear me? IG folks, can you hear? Send it a request. IG folks, can you see my screen? Make sure sharing YouTube the same thing, right? YouTube, same thing. Like and subscribe to my YouTube. All right. All right. Share screen. Can y'all see? Can y'all see my screen? How you mean the screen is black? You're supposed to see the screen. You can see it. Right. All right. All right. Let's see. I need to minimize. Let me minimize it so they can see. Let me minimize it so they can see. All right. Mic check. Mic check. Let me know if my sound is good. Is my sound good? Is my sound good? Before I start, is my sound good? Sound is good? All right. So this is what we have. Right? I think I'll just maximize it. If you see it, you see it. If you don't see it, you don't see it. Right. So today we're talking about how you can potentially, right? Hold on, let me take this thing off. Okay. All right. Now we could cook. All right. So here's the game. Here's the game plan. This is how you can potentially, like I'm giving you the game. If you want to, in the next 5 years to a decade, there's a path for you, right? There's a path for you to hit $1 million in net worth. Almost certain, almost guaranteed it's going to happen. So now I need someone to give me some numbers, right? Man, I ain't turning off the music. I may lower it, but I ain't turning it off. Yeah, that's the same music I use all the time. I may lower it, but I ain't turning it off. Not for you. Not for nobody. Okay, so somebody I am not one of those people. Shit, this is my shit. I'm gonna run it how I wanna run it. I may consider and turn it down a little bit, but I ain't turning it off. Who the fuck is you? Who do you think you are? You think I'm about to change my shit to accommodate you? I'm trying to give you game. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I need a volunteer. All right, I need a volunteer. Somebody give me. Okay, I turned it down. I turned it down. I turned it down. I wasn't turning it off though, but I turned it down. I'll turn it down some more, but I ain't turning it off. Because otherwise it's too quiet and shit, you know what I mean? I'm going to turn it down, but I'm not turning it off. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now that you can hear, all right? Since you can hear now, I turned it down. You give me your numbers. I need somebody's numbers to make this work. Monthly net income. Somebody, come on, Instagram or YouTube. Give me your numbers. Instagram or YouTube. Give me your numbers. Monthly net income. What's your number? Monthly, are you sure? 2,500 net after taxes. 15K a month. What is you doing? You bring it in 15. Okay, so we're gonna go with the Aventador. So Aventador, 15,000 a month. I like the big numbers. So 15,000 a month, right? Let's say, no, let's not say. I know for a fact that you can get a Bitcoin backed loan or line of credit at 5% APR, right? So we're gonna go 5% APR, all right? Year on year salary increase. So Aventador, every year, how high do you think your salary can go? Percentage wise. How high do you think you can increase your salary annually? %? Okay, so 3%. You're gonna do 3%. All right. Annual inflation, we'll put annual inflation at about 3%, right? And as you can see, this is the current Bitcoin price. Okay. Now, check this out. Check this out. If Bitcoin grows at a 30% CAGR, right? This is what happens at a 30% CAGR. So annual income right now, you're bringing in approximately after inflation about 174K, right? Now look at the math here. So you see this? This is where the magic happens. All right? This is where the magic happens. So based on your input, you're bringing in about 180K a year, right? 180K with a 3% annual increase results in a nominal annual income of 315K after 20 years, right? If you factor in 3% inflation, however, in real terms, your actual purchasing power will be about 174K, representing roughly 44% in the same period. If we were to convert, this is where the magic happens, right? Yeah, we can see it. If you were to convert the salary, all your salary, into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin grows at a 30% compound annually, and then you borrow the needed dollars each year at 5%. After 20 years of generating the same income along with the same inflation rate, your holdings will be about 12.86 Bitcoin, roughly $125 million, right? Less the total borrowing cost of about 7 million. So you'll be borrowing about $7 million, and this will produce a net benefit of $100 million. Do you see that? So this is how it breaks down, right? So year one, you can see year one over here, right? This is your annual income. This is your annual income after inflation. So you're losing about 3% purchasing power, right? This is the Bitcoin price. If you took all that money and you purchased Bitcoin with it, all your income, purchase Bitcoin with it, you will acquire 2.7 Bitcoins, right? This will be the total value. This will be the, what do you call it? The interest you owe on it, right? At 5% interest. Now, next year, you do the same thing. So you will see that your loan is compounded, right? The amount of money you owe, the comments are in the way. But you see this, right? The amount of money you owe is going to go up. But because your Bitcoin is growing at a 30% CAGR, by year 20, Bitcoin will be approximately this amount, 9-10 million, right? If that is the case, this will be the interest you owe right here, just for that year. Your compound loan amount will be $7 million, right? And if you subtract it from your total net worth, you'll be left with 118 million. You get it? Instagram folks, you probably can't see it properly, but you get it? So at the end of 20 years, you would have increased your annual income by 1,800%, right? So you would have gone from making 170,000 a year to damn near $6 million a year. You take a loan every year. So you basically, instead of you borrowing against you buying Bitcoin 100% with the amount of money that's coming in, and then you borrowing against it to spend. So your income, 100% of your income is going towards Bitcoin, right? So let me show you a better example. Let me show you a better example. Do you see this? Do you see this one? You see this one? Okay. So now we're gonna break down the numbers, okay? So your monthly take home, you were saying, is 15K, all right? 15K. This is monthly, right? How much is your monthly living cost? The Aventador. Every month, how much are you spending? You bring it in 15, how much is going out? This is going to show you the magic. How much is going out? I'm waiting on you. Type 5K. Are you sure? You should, in expenses, yeah. If you bring it, I'm not talking monthly take home. You bring it, you taking home 15 and you're spending 5, right? Okay. So you spending 5K. All right. Let's say the cash flow that is left will be about 10K. All right. Annual income growth, you said about 3%, right? Annual expenses growth, we will say 1%, because you're going to keep your expenses low. Total BTC holding, what would you say? How much Bitcoin you got? Usually I don't ask, but just give me a number. Doesn't have to be the exact number, but approximately. How much Bitcoin you got? You got 0. That's bad. Okay, we'll put 0. How you got 0 Bitcoin? What's wrong with you? All right. So now we're gonna go here. And we're gonna say, here's the numbers, right? So in 10 years, and actually this, you borrowing with this model, you borrowing against your Bitcoin at like 10%. So you have 0 Bitcoin right now, right? You started with 0. You see this? You started with 0. So basically, here's what we are working with, all right? So based on your inputs, a take-home pay of 15K a month and 5K in living expenses produces a net monthly income of 10 grand. If you were to invest 1,000%, it's supposed to be 100% of that cash flow into Bitcoin every month for 10 years, assuming a 30% compound annual growth, you will end up with roughly, the numbers are off. The numbers are off. What the hell did I type? Hold on. 15K, 5K. Oh, I typed 1,000. No wonder. The hell is 1,000%? 100%. Okay, that should fix it. let's do it again. 15,000 No, I did something wrong. Hold on. 15,000, 5,000, 100%. 100%. Annual income growth 3%. Annual expense 1%. BTC 0. And then we'll give Bitcoin 30%. Right? All right. Okay. Okay. So this is what we are talking about. So if you were to invest 100% of your cash flow into Bitcoin every month for 10 years, and Bitcoin grows at a 30% CAGR, you will end up with roughly 6.9, almost 7 more Bitcoin than you started with. If on the other hand, you were to start with 0 collateral and buffer and convert 100% while borrowing the exceeded monthly expenses at 10%, you will end up with 10.19 more Bitcoins than you started with, while achieving a maximum loan to value ratio of 33% in month 1 of the 10 years. So what that means is, if you go direct and you put all your bread into Bitcoin and you just, you basically buy 10 grand worth of Bitcoin and you spend 5 grand, as you typically would do, in 10 years, you'll be worth $6 million, right? Which means that you have increased, if you don't borrow against your Bitcoin at all, right? No lending, no borrowing, no nothing. You just spending 5 grand and using the balance to just buy Bitcoin. If you do that, in the next 10 years, you will have a net worth of $6.3 million if Bitcoin grows at a 30% CAGR. That means your annual income goes from $180K to $635,000 without getting a promotion from your job. So essentially, your income grows about 400%-ish, or 300 and something percent. Now, this is where the magic happens. If you decide to go all in, which means you take that 15 grand and you buy Bitcoin, then you borrow 5 grand to pay your to pay your bills. So you borrow 5,000 at a 10% APR, right? To pay your bills. If you were to do that and Bitcoin grows at a 30% CAGR, in 10 years time, you would have, your Bitcoin value will be $9.3 million. The debt you would have took on, right? This is 10 years. So the debt you would have took on in 10 years will be 900,000. So if you subtract that 902,000 from the $9.3 million, you will be left with $8.4 million net worth, right? Which is about $3 million more than if you didn't play the living on the Bitcoin standard way. Does that make sense? So instead of raising your income to 635,000 annually. If you go this route, your income goes up to 847,000, the equivalent of 847,000, because you decided to go this route. And this is if Bitcoin grows at a 30% CAGR. What if Bitcoin grows at a what if Bitcoin grows at a 35% CAGR? Let's look at the numbers. If Bitcoin grows at a 35% CAGR, that means you would have 9 Bitcoin, right? And you'll be worth $12 million, which means you at that point would have raised your annual income to $1 million a year. It's $1 million a year, but you use the same 180K a year. So you've essentially given yourself a damn near 800%, 700 and something percent raise on your entire income, which is crazy, right? Does that make sense? If Bitcoin grows at a 40% CAGR over the next 10 years, you'll be looking at almost $15 million net worth. Your income has gone up to $1.4 million a year without a raise. Bitcoin grows at a 50% CAGR. You are $25 million. After you pay the debt, oh my goodness. After you, goodness gracious. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. And see, the thing is, what I'm showing you here is based on a 10%, right? So if you come here, you see 10, this is based on 10%. But even if you're doing 13%, so long as the asset grows much higher than the interest, you're still gonna walk away with a lot of money, right? Obviously, a lower percentage is better, right? But even if all you could get was strikes 13%, let's say there's no 5%, there's no 10%, and the best rate you were gonna get was 13 or 14%. Even with that, it doesn't matter. So long as this rate over here is higher than the rate that you are borrowing, right? So even if you were doing 10% and Bitcoin grows at 21%, you still gonna end up with $5 million, right? If Bitcoin only grows at 21%. let's say Bitcoin grows at 17% and your loan is at 10%. In the same 10 years, your net worth will still be $3.8 million. And it still outperforms if you didn't borrow at all, right? So if you didn't borrow at all, you'll be at 3.2. If you borrowed at 10% and Bitcoin grows at 17%, in 10 years, after you take out this, you take out the debt, you still outperform what you will have without the debt. Does that make sense? That is if Bitcoin only goes at 17%, right? What if Bitcoin only grows at 15%, right? If it only grows at 15%, look, you still here. Now you have more Bitcoin, right? Because if Bitcoin grows at just 15%, that means it's not growing too fast. So you are able to use your income to accumulate more Bitcoin, right? So in 10 years, if Bitcoin grows at 15% annually, you will have about 16 Bitcoin because you're using your entire income to purchase Bitcoin. Then you're borrowing against just what you need, right? So you will still be at a $342,000 income per year, compared to if you didn't borrow and you just did it direct, right? You still outperform that. You see that? So let's say, we accounted for the difference in going to strike, or the difference in going to a lender that charges slightly more. At the end of the day, you're still going to be a millionaire either way, right? Even if you decide, I'm not going to borrow, I'm not going to take any debt, I'm going to spend my $5,000 and I'm going to take $10,000 every month. I buy Bitcoin, it grows at 15%. In 10 years, you'll have a $3 million net worth. So this is just a quick live to give you an idea, and this is high, right? Anybody else want to give me their numbers? We've done somebody with high numbers. Now I need somebody with average, regular person, somebody with some peasant numbers. Can you give me somebody with some peasant numbers? Somebody, give me your numbers. Who else want to go? Who else want to see how they can become financially free in the next 10 years on a Bitcoin standard? Give me your numbers. 35? Okay. Bitcoiner for life says he brings in 3,500. Okay. And what is your monthly living cost? You bring in 35. What is your monthly cost? Your expenses, everything that goes out, car note, food, gas, everything. How much is going out? And keep in mind, we're not even talking about trading or anything. So you bring in 35. and you spend 25. Okay. And what percentage of the cash flow that is left are you willing to put into Bitcoin? So after you pay all your bills, you left with $1,000. What percentage of that $1,000 are you willing to buy Bitcoin with on a monthly basis? 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%? You are Bitcoiner for life. $600. So 60%. Okay. So 60%. Why? What are you planning to do with the 400 that's left? Can you tell me? 50%. Okay, 50%. So what are you planning to do with the other 50%? What's your goal for the remaining 50%? What are you doing with that? What are you going to use that for? Who knows? That is a terrible answer. What do you mean, who knows? You should know. It's your money. You should have a plan for everything you're doing. Who knows means you don't have a plan. Saving? Saving and what? What do you think the Bitcoin is for? You're a Bitcoiner for life and you're saving in fiat? Maybe you put it all in there. See, you lack conviction. Let me build your conviction up. All right? Let me build your conviction up. Right now, what would you say is the Bitcoin you got? How much Bitcoin do you have now? Bitcoiner for life. We may have to change your name. We may have to change your name. I can't see the. I can't see. What did he say? You got 5K. Okay, so you got 5K. What is 5K worth of Bitcoin? 5,000 divided by, let's say 66,000. 0.0, let's say 0.08. Okay, so we're gonna say every year your income will grow by 3%, and then Bitcoin you got 0.08. All right. Now here's your numbers. Okay. This is what you're looking at. Here's your numbers. Are you ready? Here's your numbers. So for you starting with, oh, I forgot, my bad. That's why I look so peasant. So this is you, right? So even with your income, which is more or less peasant, right? You got a peasant income, 1,000. If you were to put 50% of that cash flow into Bitcoin every month for 10 years, assuming a 30% CAGR, you will end up with roughly 0.34 more Bitcoin than you started with. If, on the other hand, you were to start with 2.14 months, 2 months, right, of BTC collateral buffer, and you convert 100% of your monthly take-home pay into Bitcoin, and you borrow $2,500 and pay 10% on that, you will end up with roughly 2.38 more Bitcoin than you started with, right? And here's your numbers. So in 10 years, your Bitcoin value at a 30% CAGR will be approximately $2.2 million. The debt you would have taken will be $517,000. If you subtract the debt from the value, you will have a net worth of $1.7 million from that peasant income, right? That income is a $42,000 a year income. But this manages to bring it up to $174,000 a year. 174,000 divided by 42,000 is a 400% increase. Is this making sense to you? Is that making sense to you? So, and I think 42K is like, it's really low. But the fact still remains, even at 42K, in 10 years, you become a millionaire at 42K. If you never got a raise, right? On the other hand, let me remove. On the other hand, right? If you didn't take any loan, look at the difference. If you don't go with the loan route and you just decide to buy 50% or whatever, you buy what you can buy, 50% with $500 extra or whatever, and Bitcoin grows at the same CAGR, in 10 years, you will have a net worth of $391,000, right? So do you want to have $391,000 in 10 years, or do you want to be a millionaire? Almost a multi-millionaire. Which one is it? Right? And again, this is if you are taking a loan at 10%. Imagine if the rates of the loans come down. And now you're getting a loan at 7%, at 5%, at 4%. And you stack in Bitcoin. You stack in Bitcoin. You stack in Bitcoin. Right? Can you imagine? And this is with a low income. This is low income. So imagine if you can increase your income with a skill or with a side gig and buy more Bitcoin. You can get it on Coinbase. I have it. I've gotten it. I've done it. I've showed it, right? And I can actually show you right here real quick. I will show you on my Discord, and you will see that it is done for real, for real. This isn't speculation. All right, give me 1 second. All right. Can you see my screen? You see the screen? So this is done, right? Not strike, not strike. This is DeFi. This is decentralized finance loan, right? So there are many platforms where you can get that. And as you can see, this is at 4.3%. So if you factor in 4.3% instead of 10%, and you do the math, you go figure. You get it? All the calculation we did was based on a 10%. But I'm already doing it at 4% and 5%. So even if Bitcoin only grows at a 15%, I'm still getting a net 10%. Compounded. This is how you live on a Bitcoin standard. Coinbase. It's from Morpho, but they have some sort of partnership with Coinbase, but you can do it directly. But they will have to like wrap your Bitcoin, right? Because the whole smart contract is on Ethereum, right? So the Bitcoin you put up has to be wrapped while it's on there. And then once you pay it back, they release your collateral to you. You get it? So I want you to understand the numbers is insane. The numbers is insane. And these numbers I'm showing you is based on a 10%. Right? Based on 10%. If Bitcoin grows at 37%, $2.7 million. If Bitcoin grows at 50%, even with that low income, $5.8 million. And your income magically went from $42,000 a year to damn near $600,000 a year on average. This is how you change your life. This is how you go from a peasant to a king. This is how you buy freedom. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who don't even know this, right? So a lot of people think, oh, they have an income problem. They looking for so much money. They want to do this, they want to do that. But they don't understand that the income they already have is enough for financial freedom. The money they're bringing in already will retire you. Because at $6 million, you can borrow 5% every year. If you borrow 6 million times 5%, that's 300,000. Basically, for the rest of your life, you don't have to ever work again. And you don't need 300,000 to survive, to live a year. So you don't have to borrow 5%. At 6 million, you can say you're gonna borrow 2.5%. That's 150,000. That might still be too much, right? At $6 million, after 10 years, you can say every year you're gonna borrow 1.75%. That's $100,000. Less than 2%. You see where I'm going with this? Man, I'm telling you, man, true and dope. I don't know why, but they gonna remember us. Cause you know this content is evergreen, right? People see the price of Bitcoin. This is on YouTube, right? So 10 years from now, they're gonna see the numbers. 10 years from now, somebody, struggling or whatever, is gonna be scrolling through YouTube and they're gonna be like, bro, how the fuck did I not do this? How did I not see this? This guy was given the whole game. Because remember, 10 years ago, we didn't have this product. 8 years ago, we didn't have this. 7 years ago, we didn't have this. Like, you can literally, that's a fact. And you know I'm coming with the receipts, right? You know I'm gonna come back 10 years later. And I'm gonna be like, I told you. You see the date? It was April 2nd, 2026. I told you Bitcoin was 66. Now it's at 895,000. And people gonna be mad as shit. But the information is free. You know what I'm saying? People will be surprised when I be pulling the receipts, right? So This is gonna happen. And I'm glad that we are able to do regular, like somebody with high income and somebody with like average or even below average income. And you still see the numbers. The numbers is right there. So like you don't have an excuse. Now, if you try to like rush and get rich overnight, you're gonna lose all your money. But if you work, you grind it, you got a 9 to 5, you got a side gig, and you decide to go on a Bitcoin standard and live on that Bitcoin standard and get a loan at a low rate, 4, 5%, 10%, and Bitcoin continues to grow, it is a wrap. Even if Bitcoin grows at a 21%, bro, you still walking away with $900,000 if it only grows at 21%. You know what I'm saying? If it grows at 21% and you're borrowing against it at 10%. Remember, we are borrowing against it at 4%. We borrowing against it at 5%. You get what I'm saying? If it goes 37%, everybody becomes a millionaire on this standard. So your future is brighter than you think, right? Your future is way brighter than you think. But you just didn't have anybody to basically show you the way. You just got your first car on the road. What does that mean? What do you mean you got your first car on the road? What is the next step? Drive. If you got your first car on the road, what do you mean what's the next step? Drive. I don't know what car you're talking about. Right? So that's it. Anybody got a question before I go? That's the game I got for you. I be dead serious. And I don't know. If you're gonna ask a question, make sure I don't know what car you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Any question? That's why your theory on BTC flopped. Who the fuck is this thing? That's why my theory on BTC flopped. What was my theory on BTC? If my theory on BTC flopped, the fuck has it got to do with me? I don't control Bitcoin. Nah, you ain't about to go easily like that. Shit, I'm about to pull you up, see what the fuck you talking. The fuck? Think I'm not gonna pull you up? Crazy. Man, you ain't even got no Come on, man. You gonna have me block you, man, because this might be Rashad, right? And the fact that you don't have no profile picture, you don't have no posts, you got a fucking monkey as your profile thing, and you wanna come here and talk shit while I'm trying to give real fucking game that can change your monkey ass life and turn you from a fucking monkey into come on, man. I'm gonna have to block your monkey. I'm gonna have to block your monkey ass. Because I know you ain't never had no money. I'm trying to give you game and you're out here talking crazy. How the fuck was I supposed to know what car you got on the road? The fuck? Do you see what I'm teaching here? I'm teaching a practical way for a peasant like you to become a king. And you out here, you know what? See, I don't like the bots. I don't like people who hide behind shit to talk, right? I troll. I'm the king of trolling. But they know my page. They know what I'm about. They know my face. They know my business. Yeah, I'm gonna have to block you, man. I'm gonna have to block you. So I hope you got the game. I hope you saved the game. Go use the game and go from a peasant monkey ass fool. You know what I'm saying? Man, he think I'm gonna forget too. I ain't gonna forget. Shit. As a matter of fact, let me block your monkey ass right now before I forget. The fuck? Could be Rashad talking about good night. No, goodbye. He's talking about good night. No, goodbye, fool. All right, y'all. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace out. Hope you got some game.